Hello, hello. Happy Friday, everybody. We've made it to the weekend, albeit a Friday the 13th. Yes, we just went there. What a great way to start the stream. And with that, fade to black. Anyway, let's hope not. I hope you guys are all keeping very, very well. Turned out my little audio here was getting deafened. Anyway, we are in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and we're in Chile. And it is Chile, in Chile, or Chile. We have a plan. Thou has thy plan. So we're in a place called Diego Aracena. And from here, we're at an elevation of 156 feet. As we can see, the sea. We can see the sea. From here, we shall travel to a place called Barriles Airport, situated at an elevation of 3,500 feet. Then we'll open up the multiplayer. I'm sure you'll join in for the crack. From there, we're going to head up to Loa Airport at 7,500 feet. You see where we're going with this. And then finally, we shall cross into Bolivia, up to Joya Andina, which is near the massive salt flats up in Bolivia at just over 12,000 feet. Not the sort of day you'd want in a Cessna 172 or even a Savage Cub for that matter. But it'll be fine, it'll be grand. It's Friday and we don't really mind. Anything can happen. That's what it's all about. So it's time to say hello to some people who have rambled in here on this Friday eve. Before I start, went out soccer training last night with the young fella, with Two Tone Jr., if you will. It gave such weather and rain. Many thanks, Alaska559, for becoming a member. Cheers, my dude. You're very welcome along. Anyway, do you remember the scene in Forrest Gump? You know when he says, at one stage, I thought the rain was coming upwards. You know when it was like lashing rain? Wasn't a patch. When it's that bad, even the wind is screaming at you to get inside. So that's what we did yesterday. Soaked to the bones. Anyway, Fly Darren is in the house. He says, yo, it's Murph time. Alright. T McFoy has rambled in along with Jackie Dorr. Happy Friday to my dudes. Tortuga Gaming is here along with Owen 593. Erlansky and John E have rambled into the room saying happy Friday. Peter Pepperman is here. He says good evening Murph, happy Friday. Papa Joe B has rambled in along with Jepson 2001. You're very welcome aboard, my dudes. Boomer Sim Pilot is here, as is Mal Walsh. Good evening. Annalisa is here. She's watching us over on Twitch. She says, hey Two-Tone. Hey everyone. Ho hey, hey ho. Hello, Annalisa. Merlin Flyer has rambled in along with CatBat9. Good to see you, my dudes. Scotland 737 Project is here. The newly commissioned uncle, if you will. Good evening to you, my dude. John E says, oh, the simulated horror of Fly Day the 13th. Anything can happen. And thankfully, Mrs. Two-Tone is up watching the rugby as Ireland take on Wales. So we'll see how that goes. If they win, she'll be in good form. If they don't, I'm going to have so many chores to do tomorrow. That's how she takes out her stress. Clean this, build that, cut this, break that. You know how it goes. We shall see soon. Captain John and co-pilot Pickles have rambled in. Good evening. John Moorcamp is here. I hope you're keeping well, my dude. Marco Gorman is here. Top of the evening to you. Technic Al says shambles in instead of rambles in. It's a shambling. Colonel Fork 85 is in the house. Friday the 13th. Funny how the name Friday the 13th, like it's not to do with the movie back in the 80s, although it's you know, scared the heebie-jeebus out of us. But seemingly it gets its origins all the way back at the old Norse gods. The Vikings, even before the Vikings were Vikings. They didn't even know they were Vikings yet. They were just spies, I suppose. And it was something to do with some fella going for a dinner who wasn't invited. And well, so the whole world turned awful dark for a couple of days. And they said from this day on, well, they were Nordic, so from this day on, or something like that, it'll be unlucky. And that's what happened. And then something later in the Middle Ages, they said, you know, something to do with the Last Supper. There was 13 people there, and that's where it became very unlucky. So I don't know, because 2020 is going to be, I would imagine, the unluckiest of the numbers. But I digress. Coley205 is here. Good evening. Brian Clark has rambled in. Good to see you. I think I said hi to CatBat9. If I didn't, hi. CatBat9. And Tortuga Gaming is here, as we said. Southwest2115 is in the house, along with Daza T Arab. Good to see you, Daza. How's the graphics card working out? I hope it's fantastic. SK Sun is in the house. Good evening. Causeway 4 has rumbled in, along with Phil Boardman. Happy Friday to you, my dudes. Philly Roach is here. He says, happy Friday, the only day you can truly say happy, torn between rugby and golf on the TV. One extreme to the other, I would think, rugby and golf. But yeah, I don't know. Bad Dog is here. He says, hiya Murph, hope you were well. Happy Friday. Hello, Bad Dog. He's a great dog. Really great dog. Who else? Skyfly Bry has rambled in, saying greetings to all the fine people. Mike is here. Good to see you, my dude. T McVoy is here. Own 593 again. I thought I saw you guys, but hello and hello again. Andrew Hill is here, as is Yuri Jansen. Welcome aboard. Rogers RC is in the house, along with Peter, Massey 888 and Ruben have rambled in. Dougal McTavish is here, as is Alison Johnson. Happy Fly Day, Murph. Fireflies and chat, indeed. Alaska 559 says, hey, hey, hey. Good evening. Big Ears 60 is here. He's watching us over on Twitch, and he says, good evening, sir. Irish Aviators in the house, as is Samuel Weeks, who simply says, I have arrived. That's fantastic. I bet you now, like, if you were to walk into a pub or a shop or even anywhere, and people just say nothing, and then wait for someone to look at you, you know, who's your man? I have arrived. It's the best welcome of them all. Frank Evers has rambled in. He says, good evening. Austin is in the house, as is Peter Fast Pete 84. Good to see you, my dudes. Jim Oates is here. Good to see you. MSFS Live has rambled in. Good evening. 2 landings. We have a few. So our first one, we're going to go Han Solo, which is just me, from Aracena, or Diego Aracena, and our first stop is going to be down to Barriles, and then we'll open up multiplayer. So Barriles up to Loya, and then Loya up to Joya Andina. So we have a bit of a trek to do this evening, but good to see you. Who else? Brandon Lowe has rambled in, as has Sydney. Oh, good evening from Cape Town, he says. Good to see you, my dude. Lewis Blair, also known as CD and Taz, is here. I hope you're keeping well, my mate. WB1990, happy Friday to you. He says, hey everyone, getting the excuses in now, as it's the first time in the Baron. You can do it, you'll be fine. It'll be fine. Paul Fountain has rambled in, good evening. Who else? T McVoy is here, as is Scott Flanagan. Good to see you, my guys. Are you just reading the same stuff over and over, Murph? Probably. Nick Strafford is here, along with Randy Hurst. Good to see you. Got Border Collies is here. Rolly Mal 9. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you. It's early morning in Australia. BMW E46, along with Shane Landon. Hello, hello. Welsh Rugby is here. It depends on the outcome of the match. If Ireland win, it'll be great seeing you. If Wales beat Ireland, I'll, for at least 5 minutes, address you in a like this. Welsh Rugby. Do you know? But it'll be fine. But good to see you, my dude. Red Dragon CYM is here. Good to see you. Big Shot Moffy is watching us over on Twitch. He says, happy Friday. I'm still trying to figure out what aircraft we'll be flying tonight. Could be anything. Well, I'm in the Baron. Hang on. We'll jump down to this screen. Don't break it now, Murph. You were doing so well. Ah, the Baron. Well, you can't say it's really barren wasteland. And just if you guys are kind of freaking out, there is some sort of a temporal shift, kind of a Star Trek thing happening over there. I'll show you now in a second. But don't worry, it's like a terrain or mesh issue. Sticky Rice 82 says he's in Sydney. TGIS in Sydney. It's Saturday, or is it Friday? Wait, it's Saturday there now. Good to see you. Mike Tig has rambled in. Welsh Rugby says, I think Ireland will win tonight. Well, I approve. But let's hope it's a good old game between the two of them. That is what we want. Who else? There's so many people here. It's bananas to see so many people. Valstom is here. Good evening. Wayland is here. Nice to see you, my dude. You're very welcome aboard. Vicus23 is in the house. Good to see you, Vic. Who else? Piat has landed. Oh, it's a busy night. Causeway 4, still no graphics card for me. Low settings again tonight. Hopefully I'll get sorted. The NAM Part 3 on Monday. It will be. We're back in NAM on Monday. John Morecamp, he says, got the test, ended up being negative. It was just a flu with a fever. Luckily, that is good news, my dude. Delighted. Well, delighted, it's not the other thing, but delighted you're well. But yeah. Kieran Niall has rambled in. Good to see you, my dude. Paul Fountain says, Donkster online name. Hi to all. Good to see you. Peter Carney is here. Hal Jor is here. MSFS Live says, so when shall I be back? Give or take. How long from now until the multi-flight would start? I would give it 40 minutes. 40 minutes. To be sure. Provided I stop waffling. But sure, it's Friday and I have lots to say. But we'll keep it moving. But yes. Who else? Captain Cross Country is here. My wife is from Bolivia. Been there many times. Nice. Sticky Rice 82 is in the house. Kendra has rambled in. Travis Harmon is here. Jim Oates. Yes, we said Jim Oates. We'll say hello again. Right. Anyway, it's time to get up in the air because, well, I imagine you're only dying to go flying.
TOS system test. Okay.
Our TOS system test is okay. So we'll turn on our battery switches. Our beacon and nav lights need to come on. So this is going to be fun because, as I said, the elevation here is only 156 feet. And then we have to go all the way up to 12,000. So the Baron, I think, is okay up to the 20-ish or 20-ish thousand. There's no oxygen, but we'll just hold our breath. We'll be fine. It'll be absolutely fine. We'll get through it. Rodrigo Pinchari is in the house. He's watching us over on Twitch. Good to see you, my dude. So, batteries are on. Lights are on. We're going to jump down to our fuel tanks and turn these guys on. Open our cowl flaps. So we have mixture and we have two props and we have our mag switches here. So that's a little bit loud. No, it's not. It's a little bit quiet. What's the opposite to loud, Murph? Anyway, clear prop. Come on, Betsy. There's life. Now we'll go for the left-hand engine. Turn on all our mags. Press and hold the starter. There's life. Turn our fuel pumps off. Alternators can come on. Master avionics switch can now come on as well. We'll just put on the pitot heat or the pitot heat, depending on your persuasion. Let's see. Ice light, no. Don't need you. Turn you on. We'll turn on our lights because they're going to be pretty much ready to go now momentarily. So we'll await for our avionics to power up and do their thing. Marty is in the house. Good to see you. As is Sir Vass. Great to see you, my peoples. Happy Friday. I hope you guys are keeping very, very well. Indeed. Paul says, I think I need to reboot all. That's okay. We'll hopefully see how we get on. Now, Murph is trying to multitask like you wouldn't believe. So if I look like I'm lost, like a goat looking at thunder, it's quite okay. Now, our CDI, that's going to be next. So we're going to put this onto our FMS, or GPS, as it were. Inset is fine, but we want to go into our PFD. Hang on, I'll zoom in here so you guys can see. So we're going to turn on our wind data. We should get that once we get airborne. They're all okay to me. Transponder, we'll just go to altitude mode. We're not flying on any network. We'll reset our heading indicator and our barrow. Turn on our flight directors. That looks pretty good to me. So, it's time to say hello and thanks and be Janey to people. And then we'll get going. As a tasty beverage is had on a Friday evening, it's all happening now. So, a big shout out to everyone who's here in the chat, to all you lovely people watching at home or on your mobile devices, and to all our members and followers and everyone who hits the little thumbs up button. Thank you very, very much. I also want to give a special thanks to all the supporters, for which there are many. I said, what? How many? It's getting to the stage my hand is getting tired from writing names, because I write out all the names, as you can see from my little list. And it's actually fun because I now only have to start someone's name and I say, I know it, where before I was like, what are they called? And you'd have to like read out every single bit of it. Now I just need to see like the first two letters and I'm like, that guy. So anyway, I'm going to say hello and thank you to the following people in our different tiers of membership. So first and foremost, we have our flight crew. So a big shout out and thank you to John Ambler, Fly Darren, Jack Meek, Andy Shaw, Continental Noob, Nadacat 19, Cruising the Waterways, John E, Cody Marin, Peter Fast Pete 84, Tim Middleton, Sim Dad, Neville Johnson, Catbat 9, Red Dragon CYM, Nick Stratford, Ludos Righam, Major Butter, Simon Bevan, WB1990, Tarvu Tarvuti, Hal Jor, Burned Barsh, T-Man Gaming X, Jack61, Papa Joe B, Bartman7490, and Ethan Short. Many thanks. Cheers and sláinte. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so very, very much. Tasty beverage indeed. Daza says, all going well with the 3090. I did post in Discord that it certainly spouts out some heat, but my 10K fans seem to handle it okay. I imagine now if you were like to take off your headphones and the noise you would hear in that room of all the fans, it'd be like a hairdryer. Sometimes my machine gets like that, but it's fine. Anyway, next up, a big shout out to all our co-pilots. This will be the next tier, and we also have all our people on Twitch a part of this group. So a big shout out to Rolly Mal 9, Mark Dyson, Rudiger Odenbach, Boomer Sim Pilot, Dougal McTavish, Oz Flight Simmer, Gibbo Ireland, Cole, Chippy A, Ryan D. Walker, Dangerous Brian, Rob Lewis, Maz C 888, Sean Leo, Daza T Arab, The Vidya Crusader, The Berko Flyer, Bad Dog, Warhamster, Avio Man, Pilot Peely, Samuel Dye, Patrick Cullen, and Brian Spain. Thank you so very, very much. And we saw Alaska 559 in the house as well. Slow that drink down, Murph. Otherwise, by the time it comes to the second flight, he'd be like, and then I said to the bishop, we should take the car. Anyway, over to Twitch now. A big shout out to Big Ears 60, Jim Oates Sims, Quesadilla, Bloody Holly, Ibuprofen 007, Samantha, Neon Jedi, Fugros 1, Wayne Prefontaine, Geek Brun Lee, Lukester 911, KG Moose, Annalisa, Storm Talker, Colonel Fork 85, Cool Sax 98, Big Shot Muffy, Brandon Lowe, Andy Brown 7, Hawk Driver 101. Thanks a million, my guys. I really appreciate it. These are fantastically awesome in every way that I can explain the words fantastic and awesome. I'll come up with a new word soon. Or like an emoji, or maybe a bell, or something. And finally, last but not least, our final tier, getting emotional, over to our pilots in command. And a big shout out to you guys. Thank you so very, very much for all your generosity, guys. Words, I don't have them. But I do want you to know that I'm very, very grateful for your generosity. And a big shout out to Jan Moorkamp, Philip Grunrud, Mountain Biking Rules, Andrew Brown, Scotland 737 Project, Ailerons into Wind, Sticky Rice 82, Alison Johnson, Scott Voigt, Mark O'Gorman, Jim Oates, Ed Reed, and Colonel Fork 85. Thank you all so very, very much. These are absolutely fantastic and awesome. A big shout out as well to our team of moderators who are keeping an eye on the general crack, and I hope you are behaving. But yes, thank you all so very, very much. Absolutely appreciate it. Tasty beverage, check, and let's go flying. How about it? So I think we're in a position to start moving. Lights are on, temps and pressures, everything's in the green. Right, we seem to be doing okay. So at this stage, we're going to flick off the L parking brake. Don't mind, well, Pavel and who else? Giuseppe. I asked them their names, that's their names for tonight. Storm Wizard 1968 is in the house. He says, for the first time here, evening to all. Good evening. Happy Friday, my dude. I hope you're keeping very, very well. If I've missed anyone in the last couple of moments, do be sure to shout out. Quick check actually before we go. Botsing is here. Good evening. He says, hey Murph, nice to see you and the circus again. Indeed, my dude, you're very welcome along. So we shall taxi out to the active. And then it's going to be takeoff and let's go flying. Southwest 2115 is here. Good evening. Cherub is here. He says, good evening, Murph, and to all fellow members of the Flying Circus. Indeed. Indeed. There will be fireflies later on. And we're all going to be, like, jaded, because we have to go up the way. We're climbing mountains tonight. E-Core is in the house, he says. Nice. Nice. So you can see this thing over the dashboard. What is this? It's like an explosion frozen in time. You know, like it hit, you know, it went off under the water, and you know when it does that thing and it just stopped. Scanning for whatever, Captain. As Spock would say. Ethan Short is here. Good to see you. How your Friday? Not too bad. I tell you what I did today. As you'll all find out, or maybe some of you already have figured this part out, but as you get older, changes happen. You know, I used to have, well, I still have, that's where the camera is, so look at the head on that. It's like a burst mattress. I'm in denial, for my youth is leaving me at a rate of knots. But anyway, as you get older, the body changes, right? And for whatever reason, and I'm sure, I hope there's a reason, nasal hair is a thing for a bloke aged in his 30-somethings. And I was driving to work this morning, and I don't know, I just had an itch kind of just at the front of my nose, and I felt a hair. Small little hair. I was like, oh my God, that's a hair. What? Oh. So, I did what, you know, what men do. I'll sort out this hair. So I went to give it a good old pull and a yank. Now I missed it the first time. I was like, oh. And then I kind of got it the second time. And there was this sharp pain. Almost like just every emotion you can possibly feel all at the same time. And my eyes started to water. Don't ever pull at your nose hairs. So I gave it a good old reef and it came out. A single little hair. He was just coming out to check on the rest of them. Oh, I have endured pain in my day. I've been unfortunate enough to break myself and damage myself in many ways. But to pull a hair from one's nose. Oh. Mike Tag says, it was a good thing you didn't crash. Indeed. Thomas says, indeed. Let's not go there, but don't pull at your nose hairs. It as much as it is appealing, just don't. Annalisa says, I once had my nostrils waxed. What? Hang on, how does that even work? No nose hair pulling on approach, says Johnny. I just gave it... Oh no, sorry, Servas says, I just gave in to balding and shaved it all off. Indeed. Paul says, nose hair, welcome to my world. I bet you shed a tear. I'm still kind of upset about it. Good evening to Lukester, and many thanks for the hope, my dude. I hope you're keeping very, very well. Peter says, speaking as a full-blooded man, the most painful thing ever was endure... The most painful thing you had to endure was childbirth, as a man, says Peter. Ed Ree says, as you get older, they're harder to pull, Murph. Indeed. Chippy says, that'll be a Remington nose hair trimmer for Christmas then. Indeed. Many thanks, Colonel Fork, for the host as well, my dude. That's what scissors are for, says Wayland. Yes. Kendra says, pull nose hairs if you're in need of a coffee. It's one way of keeping you away. I actually had like tears in my eyes. I was driving along like... Anyway, that's not important right now. What is important, let's get vertical. So, power coming in. It's alive. Slowly but surely. There's airspeed alive. Ourselves here on the center line. There's 60. There's 75. We're getting light now. There's 85. That'll do us. Positive rate of climb and indicated. Gear coming up. Tap on our toe brakes. Stop the wheels from spinning. Bring our flaps in now as well as we pass 300 feet indicated, or 200 over the ground. Nice. So we are hoping to get to new heights in the Baron tonight. 20,000 feet to be exact. Monkeys is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. By Darren says, I can hang my glasses on my nose hair. It comes in handy. Ugh, dude. I know what you can do about it. Now, we have high mountains here on our left-hand side, so as we trim ourselves out to maintain a decent climb, we needs to be careful. So the airport elevation we're landing at is 3,500 feet, although we do have these kind of biggish mountains along the way. The biggish mountains, they're the Andes, I think. So, let me see. We want to go to altitude. We're going to bring this guy up to about 7,000 for the initial climb. We're going to go on to nav mode. Autopilot comes on, V-speed it, and we're going to climb at 1,000 feet per minute, as was our want. Up there, you devil. Bring our prop back just a little bit so we don't, like, I don't know, cook the poor old Baron. Zoom out a little map here. ETA is about 30 minutes down to the airport, so we should be okay-ish. Heronox is here. Good to see you, my dude. Where are we at today? We're in Chile. Just taking off from Diego Aracena. And we're heading our way down to Barriles SCBE. From there, we'll open up the multiplayer. We're then going to head down to Loa Airport SCCF. And from there, as we go over the Andes, over to Joya Andina. It's in Bolivia. And we're going to check out SLUY, Sierra Lima Uniform Yankee. And what's important about there is it's close to the, is it the Salar de Uyuni? Is it Uyuni or Uyuni? I can't pronounce it. But it's basically a giant flat salt plain, flat salt flat place. It's huge, massive. And the Andes are attached to the wristies, says Dougal McTavish. Brilliant. Do you have this on Ultra? Asked Steve. Near enough to it, yes, indeed. I've one or two small things turned down. Alison says, tonight I too am flying the Baron. Make sure fire engines are on standby, indeed, for all of us. It needs to happen. But yes. The Andes, like from Hot Fuzz. Oh, brilliant. Maybe we'll see some flamingos, says Servash, indeed. Philly Road says 12,000 feet there. Yeah, I think we've got to get up to around 12 as we climb, but we're staying relatively close to the coast, as you can see. So at this stage, we're going to listen to some music and check the sights. That's what we like to do. So we'll get rid of this and then open this. It's quiet, but it's there. Because there is scenery to see. Look at the state of that. This is very different to what we're used to. Rodrigo says, Viva Chile! Indeed. Cherub says, what's the altitude ceiling limit on the beach, Baron Murph? The Baron is, you're good to about 20,000 feet. I remember years ago, my sister used to date a guy from Chile, and he made the most strangest tea. It was almost questionable because it was all like, you know, leaves and plants and stuff. It was basically a bowl of, you know, grass and weeds and leaves. It looked very strange, but it was very nice, you know. Wouldn't be my cup of tea. You saw what I did there. Murphy, you're just on fire tonight. Newbie Boy says, Murph, put live weather on. I had it on earlier on and then I turned it off. It just wasn't as nice looking. But we'll see how we go later on. Billy Roach is going to take the DA62. Nice. Cowboy123 says, I'm King Air over any other Beechcraft, even for VFR flying. I know it's bigger, but I can't settle in the other Beech models. It depends, right? The King Air is great. It's fantastic. Although, in saying that, the Finanza, you know, the Bonanza, and also the Baron are very capable aircraft. Captain Cross Country says, you usually don't get many clouds in Bolivia. It's so cold and dry. I've been there for weeks without clouds. Okay. Well, there's clouds here now. We can't disappear them, but I don't know, it kind of adds a bit of substance to the place, along with all the fantastic shadows. But just look at the scenery. Boomer Sim is in the Finanza tonight. Cool. It does look nice. It's amazing, this sim. Like, you can literally go anywhere in the world, and anytime you go somewhere new, it's like, whoa, look at that, or stuff. The representation, the detail of the mesh is just fantastic. Michael Davis is in the house. Good to see it. He says, I'm watching and working. Happy Friday. Same to you, my dude. You're very welcome along. E-Core says, some of the saw planes have tops of ancient volcanoes sticking out, like islands in a frozen sea. John Burke F14 says, I'm Hebrix, now on YouTube. Cool. Agent Ice 007 is in the house. He says, happy Friday, Murph. Got my whiskey and I hope you got yours. Cheers. Chris Haight says, where are we taking off from tonight? So we've just taken off from Diego Aracena, Sierra Charlie Delta Alpha. And we're making our way down and along Chile. So we're currently at 7,000 feet. Speed is looking fairly good. RPM and torque is decent. Mountain Biking Rules is in the house. I'm here to listen in for a bit while I eat lunch before I have my next meeting. That's good to see you, my dude. What's for lunch? Is it nice? Mal Walsh has rambled in. He says, hey Murph, I wonder if any of our clan are now using the new AMD CPUs and GPUs. They're getting great reviews. They are. I wonder. So Idaho or this, what you think is better? They're two different, really. I mean, they're very different. But there's colours here that are just fantastic. All these kind of reds and golden and oranges, and it's fantastic. Play Crazy Games is in the house, along with Euro Blues 2. Good to see you. Philly Road says Microsoft must have done something with terrain rendering in the last update. Much better tonight. Oh, it's beautiful here. Becky Dora says, is it coming to Xbox One S? Not sure. No idea. Bill Boardman says, my beer tonight is a bottle of Hawk's Head Lakeland Gold. Mmm, smooth. Absolutely gorgeous looking out here. So we're just under 20 minutes away from our destination. Keep an eye outside. Cody Marin's in the house. Glad I can join you guys tonight. Not sure what to fly with you as I don't have the Baron. You can go maybe for the Caravan or the TBM. The King Air would be good as well. Justina's in the house. I love Microsoft Flight Sim Steams. Or streams, maybe. Indeed. They're all fun. Jan Morecambe says, my drink of choice is flu medicine. Cherub says, the scenery looks epic, Merc. The scenery looks epic, Murph. A far cry from what was available in FSX. 100%. Drone Spatial has rumbled in saying, what's up? Good to see you. Philero says, lads, I started on the tasty beverages at dinner. What's that saying? A sprinter never won a marathon. I approve. Graham the Baron is in the house. Good to see you. He says, keep on flying. We shall. Mountain Biking Rule says, I'm having some pre-made beef stew and a roll of bread. Andrew Allen is in the house. Good to see you. Servas says, has anyone received their Honeycomb Bravo yet? Mine is due in December. Al Jor says, I'm flying along in the King Air just to test it out. So many buttons. Wally Mal says, by the look of the scenery, Murph, it'll be a great flight by the looks of it. Indeed. It shall be challenging. David Gormley is in the house. I'm here drinking Ubu Pale Ale. I love your live stream. Many thanks, David. Happy Friday to you, my dude. Duca says, did we decide on a server yet at Barriles? We'll be on the North Europe server, my dude. We'll check it out and see what happens. Wayland says, I like my trusty DA62. What's the service ceiling in the DA62? That could be interesting. So the mountains here, you know, they're high enough, right? But where we're going down this way. And things will be getting crazy. MSFS Live says, where in the sim menu you pick a server, couldn't find such an option. So your gamer tag on the right, top right hand corner, you have to be back in the main menu to do this. So in the main menu, your gamer tag, top right hand corner, click on it. It'll give your online status. You can be online or away or busy. And below that, it'll say server or just automatic. Click the little drop down where it has automatic and you can manually select a new server. Really handy. Phil says, is that the Salt Lake on the left? I think it's in here. Wayland says 20,000 feet. I checked. Nice. We'll just about do it. T-Mac says, could we fly in Memphis? Someday, yes, we will. An Irish fry-up. Oh, yeah. Philly Road says, I added the working title G1000 and G3000 mods. Like them a lot. Big improvement. Yeah, they add a lot of functionality to the Garmin devices. Tim says, you can now select server from the options page. Interesting. Lugs 5678 is here. Where are you flying? We're in Chile. 50HF is here as well. Good to see you. Look at the valley and canyon thingy majiggy going on there. Mountain Bike and Rule says, what's an Irish fry-up? It's basically an Irish breakfast, similar to that of an English or a British breakfast, except ours is nicer, and it just is, right? And that's the end of it. But basically, you know, you got like sausages, rashers, eggs, pudding, beans, you know, can't say no to beans. Maybe a tomato, some mushrooms. Jim says, it's everything you can fry in one big plate. Fried cornflakes and Weetabix. Causeway 4 says, go on Murph, you tell him, our food rocks. Samson Video says, Ulster fry. Yeah, they're not bad. MSFS Live says, is there any significance on what server I pick when flying with you guys? Meaning, if one is closer and better to me, example, the West US, and you guys, let's say you're flying on North EU, does that mean I won't see you? Correct. So we all have to be on the same server. So for example, and this is what I've learned over the last couple of weeks. Depends where you fly. A lot of the North European server peoples tend to fly in, well, Northern Europe. And a lot of the East USA fly in the East, a lot of the West USA fly in kind of the West and maybe Australia, and then you have whatever other ones there are. So even though it'll give you an indication, it might say, you know, the ping, it could be milliseconds, there's really no lag that I've experienced in the sim, so it shouldn't really matter. So if you're going to get, say, I don't know, somewhere between 10 and 250 millisecond ping, it's going to be grand. Lucky La 1 is here. Lucky La. I hope I'm saying that right. If not, I've butchered it. But more importantly, happy Friday, and thanks for joining in. Henry Gordon says, Ulster fry, boss. The Ulster fry. What's different in an Ulster fry? That is the question. Brandon says, I'm in the West US and connecting to this server causes no problems. No, they shouldn't. The servers are purely a way of keeping certain regions of people flying together. The idea behind it was, you know, all the people kind of say in Ireland, England, maybe Northern France, the Nordics, well, they'll all fly together because chances are, well, they might know each other. You can fly with your mates online. Servas says, I'm getting into the TBM after this leg. Seeing them speeding past me is depressing. Paul Fountain says, where is the drop down on the screen when you're in the cockpit? You got to move your mouse up to the top center of your screen, and it should give you this little gadget, and you can go through them there. Andy Andrews is in the house. He says, good evening, Murph and Fireflies. Flying as Larson 202. Henry Gordon says, I don't really know the difference between the two fries. That sounds like a challenge. We'll someday have to eat a full Irish and then, you know, an Ulster fry, just to see. Causeway says, an Ulster fry, we don't do the pudding. We have potato bread. Aha. Paul says, it doesn't work for me. Oh, interesting. It might be a little bug, dude. MSFS Live says, I thought that the servers are only the edge hub connector, i.e. an entry point that is better to you, connecting you all to the multiplayer cloud like football stadiums has a few gates, all leading to the stadium. Is this not the case? No, not the case. So if you are on the North Europe server, you will only see other aircraft on that North Europe server. If we're all flying on the North server based in Europe and you want to fly on the East USA server, we won't see you and you won't see us. Scotland 737 Project says, someone asked me to say Irish wristwatch today. I said it like Irish wristwatch down. Let's try it. Irish wristwatch. That's fantastic. I tried to say it and they were making fun of me with my accent. Irish wristwatch. That's fantastic, dude. David Gormley says, white pudding is the best, and Clonakilty sausages. Indeed. So danger close. 9 minutes away. So we're going to... ooh, can we? Is the question. Murphy. I was going to say we can, you know, descend now. We better not. Look at this scenery. The state of that view. Flight Aaron says, flying the Mooney. Hopefully it's not bumpy so I don't hit the click. Uh-oh. Ed Reed says, how can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat? Isn't it amazing the different landscape you have? Flight Pack is in the house, good to see you. We're going to be opening multiplayer down at Barriles Airport, Sierra Charlie Bravo Echo. And then we're heading up to Bolivia. Mountain Bike and Rule says, I love how Murph emphasizes all his adjectives about the scenery. The state of that view. Indeed. But I'm right. I mean, look at the state of it. Monkey says, who remembers Super Quinn sausages? Oh, you'd get up early in the morning for them, I tell you. Ben McClure is in the house. Happy Friday to you, my dude. You're very, very welcome along. Remember, guys, if you're new here, we live stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. right here on YouTube and on Twitch. If you like this video, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. You might consider a subscribe or a follow. And be sure to check us out on Discord. We have a great community growing over there. Somewhere to share all your flight sim photos, videos, news, help, support. We even got a flight school. So about 6 minutes out. But I have noticed with the Baron, it's very fuel efficient. It'll be interesting, right? I won't refill the tanks. And let's just see what happens. Flight Aaron says, to the guys on the ground, do you think one of these buildings has a bar in it? But Flight Aaron, if you're in there first, rules are, you get the first round. So an update news for the sim. We're expecting an update in around the 24th, I think. And that's when they are going to release the world update for the USA. That could be interesting. Fly Darren approaches the bar. How many viewers? Can I get 197 pints of Guinness, please? And a tray. Right, Pack says, you got some amazing scenery going on there, Murph. Well, we're just flying over it. The scenery is from Bing Imagery, which is pretty much scenery on demand here in Microsoft Flight Sim. It's absolutely gorgeous. The terrain data is fantastic, along with the mesh. And we're cutting it kind of close here. We might get a 500. Look at the colours of the stuff, though. It's off the hook. Yorkshire Pud says, I missed what region you're flying in. Can you mention it again? It's in Chile. We're about to land in a place called Barriles. Sierra Charlie Bravo Echo. So we'll be rambling around Chile, and then we're on our way then over to Bolivia. Randy Hurst says, have got to get a bigger hard drive with all these updates. Well, don't forget your community folder. And for those of you who might be scratching your head saying, where am I going to put on, or where am I going to put all the add-on stuff? So you can keep the core sim on one hard drive, but your community folder, well, you can kind of link that to another hard drive, even to an external one, which could be handy. So we were right at 7,000 feet. And at this exact heading. Otherwise, you know, well, things would have got bumpy. Bad Dog says, I like chili and lots of it. Chili! He's a great dog. But yeah. It's a part of the world I haven't been, and it looks absolutely stunning. I believe there's an airport ahead of us. So we can now start adjusting our little altitude here. So we'll plan down to 5,000. Go ahead and V-speed. We're going to descend at a rate of 500 feet per minute. Bring our speed back. Colonel Fork says, I got everyone lost in Bolivia one night on street. Follow me! Wait, don't follow me! Many thanks, BMW E46, for the kind words. Always a good time here on the stream. I just do my thing. It's nothing to do with me. It's to do with all you guys. When you show up, we always have a blast. It's always great fun. Now, according to the little windage indicator here, we're going to go the far side of that runway. But it is nice. It's absolutely fantastic. Tailspin07 says, have you tried Track IR? I have. It works really well within the sim. So, some tips and rules for everyone who wants to join in for the group stage. You're all more than welcome to join in. We have 3 rules. First one, no custom liveries or skins for your aircraft. No custom aircraft from outside the official Microsoft marketplace. And no airliners. Now you might say, no, come on now, Murph. I'm telling you, there are reasons. There is method to my madness. There are some bugs. And for whatever reason, if I don't have a livery or an updated file, my sim will spend its time going until it finds it. Then it realizes it can't actually find it, and the sim will crash for me. So it's just one of them things. And then airliners, you know, they are more sophisticated, and they increase or decrease rather everyone else's experience because, well, their frames kind of start tanking. Mountain Biking Rule says, hope to catch you all in an hour if you're still here. We shall be. Best of luck in your next meeting, my dude. Can you put screenshots of flights on Twitch or Discord of the flight? Yes, indeed. So, guys, with your screenshots, be sure to post screenshots all the time, because every now and again I go back through Discord and I'll start saving a few of them. I make a little kind of a slideshow, and I use that slideshow on the starting video of the streams. This is going to be interesting. Look at the slope on that runway. It does look mighty pretty though, doesn't it? Okay. Base cam on for the dramatic effect as we try and land this machine here. So, autopilot coming off. And let's see what we can do. We'll watch our speed here. There'll be the runway. Are they power lines? I don't think I've seen power lines in the sim before. We actually have power lines. Cool. So, landing gear coming down. Sweet, there's power lines. Oh, don't overshoot this, Murph, you genius. So we got a bit of a 3-knot wind hitting off the front of the nose. It's not too bad. In a Nutshell is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Happy Friday. We'll go to another notch of flats to be sure. Notch of flats? Notch of flaps to be sure, to be sure. Now our rate of descent is kind of lively, so we'll kind of hold it at this. We'll try and float it in. Gibbo Ireland is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. I hope you're keeping very, very well. But the approach ain't looking too bad. Aim for the centre line here as best we can. There's the flare. Power back. Easy does it. There's contact. Keep ourselves on the centre line. There's under 50 knots. Bring our flaps back in. Mauricio, or now Murph, try and say this name. McCreeperty is in the house. He says butter. Horacio Olivier, almost, kind of. I think I got it right. TC Linda is in the house. Oh, look at that! Them peoples are in. I love it to say it. They just kind of ramble into the room and they're like, so, you want to become famous, eh? Why don't you click on this link and we'll make you famous? I love these people. You're absolutely great crack altogether. You don't even say hello, you just say, do you want to be famous? Hang on, we need to get rid of these. So, you know, Lieutenant Worf. Ah, Colonel Fork got there. Very good, Colonel Fork. Your weapons handling is excellent. Benny P is in the house. Good to see you. Okay, so at this stage, we're kind of good. Lights need to come off, so our strobes can come off. Taxi and landing lights need to come off. They're all okay. We can get our avionics off at this stage as well. And we'll go off on the right, off on the left. Press continue. And it's just kind of blatant abandonmentism of the aircraft here on the ramp, because we're going to reload it back in with all you peoples. We have a little fork truck, look. And I can't get over it that there's power lines. Not that I'm astonished that there's, you know, electricity, but I've never seen power lines there. Warhamster's here. He says, just dropping in briefly, stuck at work on Friday the 13th. What's the worst that could happen? Back to paperwork. Oof. Well, Warhamster, we might be back on, or we might be on when you're back later on. Don't know what time you're working till, but have a good one in work, my dude. Keith O'Farrell has rambled in saying, hi Murph, Keith here from County Louth. Sorry I was watching the rugby, Ireland versus Wales. I'll watch the rest of the flight. Cool. Right, okay, at this stage, I'm going to reload the sim. Oh, wait till you see what I've done. You'll approve. Hang on. We'll play this. Now, are you watching this? This should work. I hope it works. I know, right? Did you see it? Did you see that, sports fans? I hope it worked and I didn't deafen you. Murphy was busy. The fancy fandangle graphics. And now we load up the sim again. Ooh. Ah. My Creeper T says, hello from Cavan. How's it going? Hello from Tipperary, my dude. Happy Friday. That was sweet. Do it again. Do it again. Fancy as a fancy chicken. Indeed. So at this stage of the flight, we are going to open it up to the multiplayer. You guys are all very welcome to join in. Just remember, no custom liveries, no custom aircraft, and no airliners, please. As we have the tunage, Dazza says, very posh. Indeed. Mrs. Two-Tone has rambled in. I take it the rugby is over. Isn't it weird, you know? It's not that it's weird, but like, she's rugby mad. $50HF says, hi mom, I'm on YouTube. Indeed. So our departure airport is Barriles. Sierra Charlie Bravo Echo. Its elevation is 3,500 feet. It's near Tocopilla. Or Tocopilla. Now Tocopilla, I don't know what about it. It was in a Johnny Cash song called I've Been Everywhere. Orrin Beck is in the house. Hello from Iceland. Good evening. Lewis Blair is here. Hello, Welsh Rugby. Good to see you, my dude. And that's without spoiling the results of the match. So a big hello and shout out to everyone watching us at home on YouTube and on Twitch. Happy Friday, one and all. I hope you guys are all keeping very well. This is Two-Tone. I was telling them the story of what happens if you were to pull a nose hair. What happens to my face. I think it's happened to them as well. Not all of them, but some of them. It's a sore thing. Now, the arrival. So we're taking off from Barriles and we're heading down to Loa Airport, which is Sierra Charlie Charlie Foxtrot. And it'd be up at 7,500-ish feet. So SCBE. SCBE. That as departure. Down to SCCF. Don't mind me, I'm just doing things. I have to manually type in the flight plan. Because I'm a genius. That looks a bit healthier now. So, as I said, we're taking off from Barriles. We're going to head over to Loya, and then it's over to Joya Andina. For that is the plan. So we'll set up all our settings that we need to. And as I said, we're going to be on the North Europe server, which we are. Flight conditions. Multiplayer, all players. Preset time of day. Bring that one back a little bit. It's 11:11. 11:11. Cam wins, yes, close, and they fly. Oh, there's a lot of people here. There's a lot of people here on the ground that I can see, but that's okay. We shan't panic at all. Who wanted diddly idle? A bit of diddly idle. A creepy says, Morph is a pure genius, hi. Many thanks, my dude. Paul says, have I got time to get a can before we go? Yes. T-Max says there is a jet here. It could be someone trying to fly the Aramaki or the Aramaki. But that should be okay. Now, let's see here, Murph. There's lots of people. I see people. It's kind of loud. We can see lots of people. And we'll jump back to this screen. Murph, did you already try the mod for the A330? Not for the 330, no. The 320, yes. It's pretty cool. Right, okay. Let's get vertical, shall we? So we're back in our trusty Baron.
System test. Okay.
We'll get everything kind of set up here, ready to rock, and then we'll blast off out of here, because we've got some ground to cover. What's with the noise? I think it's them peoples. T-cost test, that's okay. Alternator can come on, and we'll go for start on the right engine. Every life. Go for start on the left engine. Every life. There we go. Avionics now, come on. Got our panel lights, taxi, landing lights, strobes, the whole shebang can come on at this stage. That's all gravy. Now, CDI needs to go on to our FMS or GPS, which is grand. PFD, want to get some windage information. 2 knots, that's okay. Transponder, just go to altitude report mode. Back. Ito wants to come on, just in case, because we are going up quite high. MSFS Live says, okay, I joined in the group. What's our estimated total flight time today? We've got about 1 hour and 30 minutes. Ish, give or take, provided everything goes well. It could go well. I'm a firm believer. Keep thinking positive. There's a lot of planes and people. There is. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready? We're ready. Let's go this way. So a bit of oomph there, please. Oh, it takes a lot of movement to get this machine moving. Don't mind me, we're not breaking anyone's immersion. We'll just look down here at the floor. It's a really nice carpet, really super nice carpet. See? I see what I did there. Now the wind is kind of blowing 2 to 3 knots behind us, but that's okay. I want to take off that way. So we'll just take off. Rodrigo says, this is so cool, my first time flying. Cool. This is a gremlin-free zone, hopefully. Hopefully. Oh, turn! It'd be grand. Absolutely fine. We know what we're doing. Oh, we never pressed this button. So we need to set our barometric pressure and our heading. That's all okay. Right, guys, when you're ready to fly, when we take off, we shall fly runway heading and right-hand pattern. Because left-hand, there's low terrain. Low terrain? High terrain. So, flight director coming on. 1 knot of flaps there, please. And let's get vertical, shall we? I think we'll just move. Say nothing. It's grand. Energize. We'll look at this screen on taxi. That'll keep the immersion. We won't be flying through planes. It'll look fine. And we're okay. The skills deployed. So airspeed is alive. We're going to hold the center line here as long as we can. TV Nubia is in the house. Good to see you. Uh-oh. A dual takeoff. Move over in the bed. There's 70 knots. There's 80 knots. Up and at them. Upsy daisy. Positive rate of climb and indicated. Bring our landing gear in. Watch your speed here. We'll also bring our flaps in. Okay, watch your climb here, Murph. We're going to go runway heading. Double check everything is doing what it's supposed to be doing. It appears to be okay. So we're taking off at 3,500 feet. We have to go up to 7,500 feet for the next landing. But we're going to review there. We're going to set 12,000. We'll set 10,000 into our altitude for autopilot. Now we want to stay on course here, Murph. So we're going to go autopilot on. We're going to go heading mode, V speed, and drag this machine up to 1,000 feet per minute, as was our want. And we'll hold it there. Bring our cowl flaps to closed. That should be a-okay. We'll now imchi yalla me and play some music and say hello to the fireflies. Hello, fireflies. Kendra says, have a good flight all. I have to work tomorrow. We'll see you then, Kendra. Many thanks for joining us here tonight. Hope you have a good day in work tomorrow, and we'll see you soon. Okay, so we're going up to an initial altitude of 10,000. Then we'll bank out to the right, and we'll fly around the airport for a little while. Until we get all our planes flying. I believe there's either a TBM or a Mooney up there. I miss my Mooney. Hey. So for some of you, it's your first time flying this neck of the woods. I know Colonel Fork has flown over here on his stream. If you're new to my channel, be sure to check out his channel. You'll find links to it over in the Discord, or if Colonel Fork wants to drop in his own link. I'm not as fancy and fandangled when it comes to putting in commands and stuff. I better talk to you on that. I have to type everything in like a winner. Okay, so it's going to be a right-hand turn. Let's go over to 210 degrees. And we'll hold that for a jiffy. Look at the state of the views. The terrain here is absolutely gorgeous. Ah, there it is. So a link there to Colonel Fork 85's stream. Be sure to check it out, guys. Always a blast. Always very informative. And indeed, one of the only places you'll find me not in front. I like to hang back and practice on my own bit of formation flying during Colonel Fork's streams, because I have much to learn in the way of flying. Dougal McTavish had a CTD. Oh dear. That's looking kind of nice. Now we're going to make another right-hand turn. We're going to head over to 300. And while we're doing that, some music. Annalisa, the dancing shoes. The dancing slippers are fine. Say, Murphy, are you aware there's ice up here? We could fix this. We don't really, that's only an ice light. Come hither. Put you on as well. We fixed it. Be mindful of the icing. I was right for the pitot heats. But yeah, maybe not everything else. So we're just about to hit 10,000 feet. Save the ice for the beer, absolutely. Look at the state of the terrain here. It's absolutely gorgeous. Right, guys, we're going to go another right-hand turn. We're going to head to 360 degrees. And that's going to kind of keep us in the direction we need to go. Then we're going to intercept our magenta line and carry on course. What weather preset is Murphy using? I'm using calm winds. What's the live weather like? Will we give it a bash? Please don't break and explode. We're on live mode. Does this look normal? It is certainly more windier, so we're looking at a headwind at the moment of 5 knots. Okay, it looks the same. Uh-oh. Is there someone in the MB339? That'll be interesting. Oh, look, there's clouds again. This could be interesting. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Johnny621 is in the house. Where are you at and what server? So we're just over Barriles Airport in Chile. Sierra Charlie Bravo Echo. We're going to head up to Loya Airport. There's always one. Okay, we're going to jump over to nav mode now. And we shall intercept this magenta line. 10,000 feet is okay for the moment. Ecor says, beautiful landscape. It's almost another planet. I know, right? Stunningly beautiful. Don't they just look fantastic? So the airport we're heading to, Loya Airport, as I said, is at 7,500 feet. It's one of the largest airports in Chile. It serves the city of Calama. Calama? Yeah, I think it's Calama. But that's where we're heading. Did I mention it's Friday? The weekend has arrived. You guys are new here? Be sure to check out our Discord. The link has gone in on the chat. Live stream here every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, 8 PM Irish time, right here on Twitch and on YouTube. You join us with the flying circus. Have we ice again? Oh, we're good. Joseph Gambino is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Gregor has rambled in. Good evening. Happy Friday, my dudes. So, at this stage, we shall say to all our flying pilots who are here with us in the chat, please now press the number 2 if you're flying. If you're not, don't do anything for the minute. But if you're flying with us in the sim, press number 2. Rodrigo Orr is in the house. He says hello from Buenos Aires. There's a sight. Many thanks for the subscribe, Jasu. Happy Friday. I hope you're keeping very, very well. I got 60. Ed reckons 50. Have I to count again? The chess man is in the house. Hey Murph, over Chile. My step grandmother lives there. Nice. So the sim, I think, will still only display about 20 odd aircraft. RSK, that's bad news, I'm afraid, my dude. Just got an email to say your PC order is delayed. Oh dear. The Sim Toolkit overlays. I didn't use them this evening. 61 players we have. Brandon Lowe says, lack of buildings and I'm getting 130 FPS on Ultra. Alright. Mountain Bike and Rules says, I made it. Meeting cancelled. Sweet. Fantastic formation flying. Now, we are just 16 minutes away from our first stop. And there was a reason for that. Because it's a much longer hike as you go up into the mountain ranges. And you can kind of see them here in the distance. Something tells me the screenshot button will be busy this evening. Ghost Rider 115 is in the house. Happy Friday, my dude. Light Labs is here. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Paul Fountain says, top left says welcome. So if you're on Discord, go into the welcome, click on the shamrock, and then you should be good to go. John Morecambe says, the Bonanza is struggling. Oh, yeah. It'll struggle. Big Shot says, Murph, can you slow it down? Of course we can, my dude. If you're struggling, we'll bring it back to 150 knots. Just for you. Look at the formation flying. Absolutely amazing. Wayland says the DA is doing just fine so far. Nice. Murphy and the Friday Flies. Rogers RC says, got myself a Thrustmaster TCA Airbus stick yesterday. It's so much easier flying with than with the Xbox controller. Absolutely. There's a name for these lines, isn't there? That's how prepared I am. There is a name for these lines. Who has the answer? Who will know? Ah, the Nazca lines. There you go. Well done, Johnny621. I'm a pilot. I know everything. I like that answer. It's like me. I'm a Murphy. I'm always right. Even when I'm wrong, I'm still right. Werner is in the house. Good evening from Austria. Well, hello from Tipperary. I hope you're keeping well. Happy Friday. Brandon Lowe says, Murphy's Law. Yep. The light at the end of the tunnel is the oncoming train. Or one of my personal favourites, never play leapfrog with a unicorn. Colonel Pork says, I'm a Murphy, I'm always right. Tell that to Mrs. Two-Tone. No, that doesn't work. We have some epic flying going on. Brandon says, I promise no inverted flyby in the barn today. Sticky Ray says, what happens when you turn left? I can't. I have to turn right and then right again. Tim McVoy says, I'm going to need some fuel on our next stop. Johnny says, I mapped a button to fill up the fuel tanks. Handy. Cool. DJ Aviation's in the house. Good to see you. This is some very tidy flying indeed. Doug and Kelly's here saying 2 wrongs don't make a right, but 3 rights make a left. Brian Halpin is here, good to see you. CJ Aviation has subscribed, many thanks my dude. Where can I jump in and which server? You can jump in when we get down to SCCF or Loya Airport, and then we're heading up to Joya Andina, SLUY. Tim Middleton says, what height is the next airport? 7,500 feet. Joseph Gambino says, eating dinner and watching the stream. Nice. What's for dinner, Joseph? Is it nice? I hope it's nice. We've more diddly. It's cooked kimchi. Ooh, nice. Beef Ruler is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. I'm glad I'm here. This is my 3rd stream watching you. Cool. You're very welcome along, my dude. Alison says... No, she doesn't. Sticky Rice says, are we landing at Sierra Charlie Charlie Foxtrot? Yes, we are. Johnny says, speaking of dinner, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Irish for corned beef and cabbage. Hey, they look like solar panels or, you know, something. Oh, and Guinness, of course. Beef Ruler says, the music is making a nice atmosphere. It surely is. Bacon and cabbage. Cruising the waterways is in the house. Good to see you. John Morecamp says, already 124 likes. Nice. Well, thank you all so very, very much. Jarakua's in the house. The icing is unreal. Or the icing is unreal. It depends how you say it. There is icing. The earliest of flight simulators, back in the 80s, they were what was known as a wireframe. Was it wireframe or just wire something? It was a wireframe. And it was crazy. Gary Bloxham is in the house. Hi Murph, Northern Boy here. Just got new computer bits. Looking forward to joining the flying circus soon. Cool. Joseph Gambino says, my aunt enjoyed cooking soda bread. Nice. The evolution of the video game. It's crazy. So, danger close. It's crazy. I know. 8 minutes out. We can probably drop 1,000 feet here. But this is kind of, you know, calm before the storm. Do you see the height of the peaks over there? That's where we're going. It is beautiful landscape though, isn't it? These guys make it look all the better. Very nice! There's always one. The barrel rolling bonanza. Fly Darren says, you know you're lucky when Mrs. Fly Darren brings you in a beer and says, say hi to the circus for me. I approve. Nice. She's a keeper. Sticky Rice says, Thank goodness for the ice. I have a glass of scotch. Kevin Byrne is here. He says, Murph, have you done Hawaii yet? Not yet, but soon. Logan Stockdale is here. Hi, mate. Just joined. Love it. The stream. Are you running on max graphics? Hello, Logan. Happy Friday to you, my dude. We're pretty much on Ultra, yes. I've one or two small things dialed back because I stream and sim from the one computer. But for the most part, it's on Ultra. Gary says, what part of the world are we in tonight? Currently in Chile. MSFS Live says, drinking whiskey with ice is not only foolish, but on the verge of a crime. You're a straight up whiskey drinking kind of guy. Oh. Mrs. Two-Tone has just informed me of the following news. Just letting you know, there's rugby on at 6 AM tomorrow, then at 12:45, then again more rugby on at 3 PM. I thought I was going to say runway side. The runway's over there. So what we're going to do, the usual crack, we're just going to try and get landed first. Then we'll put the cameras on and watch you guys come in for the landing. Whoop, whoop. The reactions of a cat. There's a whole load of planes with us tonight. You have permission to flight sim for the day, basically. Alright, result! Wayne Prefontaine is in the house. Happy Friday to you, my dude. He says, have you, Murph and crew? I'm just hopping on. How's the flight been? So far, not too bad. The scenery is beautiful. What a fantastic, fantastic part of the world we're in Chile. We're going to be heading over this neck of the woods soon. Over the Andes, and the scenery is going to get bananas altogether. Or at least, that is the hope. Well, the runway is away down there. We can kind of see where it is. Wayne Prefontaine says, I'm sorely disappointed I missed the bus trip on Wednesday, but this looks fantastic. Well, we're going to do more flying over kind of the Idaho neck of the woods. So, autopilot coming off. We'll turn our face cam on for the dramatic effect. This is going to be dramatic because well, we're high and fast. So, don't butcher this one, Murph. You can do it! Landing gear coming down, that'll help the drag. We'll go with a notch of flaps here as well. At this kind of rate of descent, your ears will be popping like mad. Used to hate that in a plane. And someone says, just keep swallowing, you'll be alright. And then you swallow air, and then you start burping at everyone. Hi, Bab. Hello, Bab. E-Core says, ladies and gentlemen, have the butter ready. Logan says, are you an actual pilot, mate? I'm not, no. I have a number of hours, I have a few hours In a Cessna 172, I've done, you know, a couple of introductory and discovery flights and a handful of lessons of about 5 hours altogether. And, well, then the Rona came, and, you know, the job was busy and everything else. So it is definitely something I want to pursue. And it'd be, I think it'd be interesting, well, we can see it, but it would be interesting to have the transition from sim pilot to, well, real world pilot. And of course, bring you guys along for the spin to see what it's like. So, this is going to be interesting. Now, it's a grand runway, as in it's, you know, it's quite long, it's wide, and it's everything else. But the challenge here is getting your speed and rate of descent right because of the altitude and air density and your engine settings, basically. And the challenge here isn't necessarily the landings. The challenge here is going to be maintaining speed and altitude. Oh, a bit of a crosswind, but nothing we can't handle. Famous last words. So we'll watch our flare. It'll be bumpy. Hold the nose up, try and bleed off some of that speed. There's contact on the back. And the centre line here, Murph. Ooh, bit of a wind on the ground. So bring our flaps in. It's magic. Right, we're just going to kind of spin ourselves off the runway here because we want to catch everyone else coming into land. So bear with me. And remember, guys, once you get landed and off the runway, be sure to hit the escape key. It'll unload the aircraft and it'll allow everyone else to be seen. So we need to do that, followed very shortly with, where's the button? That. And then this, with this, with this. Haha! The Juvish one is down. Scott Flies is down. Devlib is here. Technic Al. Boomer Sim. Cater Comet. There's Tarnish. So we'll go back this way so we can see everyone. Now remember, as soon as you get landed, here's Johnny. It's Carnage. Bot Singh is down. South American Butter, indeed. Hawkster and Piat. Oh, there's a bit of a bounce. Eyes 909, Papa Joe B. Ooh, we felt every bit of that. And he's okay. Chilled Corky. Bright Boy is down. Sand Scorcher's there. Mountain Biking Rules has made it. Hawkster's down. Uh-oh. Jepson, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh dear. What happened? Tyler Park. Greenfly. Servas. I have to say, the landings are absolutely fantastic. There's Wayland and Fly Darren. Ali Katz is down. Coley has landed. Brandon Lowe is there. Valpo is there. Jan Moorkamp has arrived. Andrew, who? What's going to happen? Nicely done, my dude. Uh-oh. Welsh Rugby. Ooh! We felt it, but he's okay. A whole load of greasers, absolutely. Here's Gibbo Ireland and or Barchett. Uh-oh. It's like an immediate arrival of a plane. Jug Flyer. CDN Taz. I imagine all you hear in the cockpit is Fast Pete is here, Benny P, Bad Dog. Nicely done. Glum Tapestry is here. Storm and HBBN. As soon as you get landed, guys, if you would vacate the runway as quick as you can. Moving Pigeons is down. Nice. Uh-oh. Red Dragon. Tortuga is down. WB 1990. Cam Control. By name, Cam Control by nature. Nicely done. Moving Pigeon, that's a huge improvement. Your landings are getting much better, my dude. Merlin Flyer rambles in, as does Erlansky. Good to see you guys. Nicely done. AJ88 and Big Shot Muffy on the center line. Wally Mal 9 fighting the wind. Tesla BNA is down. Nice. Sean Lego Man. There are so many. Actually, there's Dougal and Jepson. What's going to happen? Herbie Hare is down. Uh-oh. That was sporty. Here's Dougal fighting the winds. And Jepson. Uh-oh. You can do it. We believe in you. And he's down! Gregor has made it. Nicely done. Here's Cherub. The landings are getting great, guys. Bigger 60. A bit of a bounce, but that's okay. Here's Valsum. Nicely done, my dude. Full reverse thrust. And Dangerous Brian. The approach is looking good. Very nice indeed, Brian, right on the center line. Fantastic. Scotland 737. Oh, a little short of the approach, but it's okay. That's how you scare the passengers. But you made it down, and it was nice and soft as well. More like safe, reliable, Brian. There was nothing dangerous about that at all. Right, I think we're all pretty much down at this stage. Oh, Captain Bombasso. He knows how to make an entrance. Utterly smooth. Really nicely done, my dude. No taxiway lights were harmed in the making of this video. TPR Colleen is down. Nice. Uh-oh. Rad pilot Randy. Right. Ah, sticky rice. The approach looks good. At speed. There's always one. Nicely done, sticky rice. Fantastic landing. Kept it on the center line. Say Tesla, if you wouldn't mind terribly changing your aircraft. There's a good sport. Like a queue of aircraft going. That guy. Got Border Collie says, how long is the runway? It's very long. I think it's like 8,000 or 9,000 feet. Cat 067 inbound. Nicely done. Bit of a bounce, but that's okay. Sweet. Many thanks, Tesla. Fair play to you. Right. We continue on. I left you in this position. So we're just going to taxi on up here. Right, so we're going to turn off these name tags because, well, the screen just gets confusing. Apply and save and go back. We're just going to ramble this neck of the woods down to the end of the runway. The taxiway has so many speed bumps. Absolutely. Now, the next leg, it's a fairly... Well, it's a long enough leg. But there's so much climbing involved here. So, at stages, we got to get up as high as 20,000 feet. So we're going to put 20,000 feet into our little machine here. What Singh says, thank you all for the flight. I'm off to sleep. You rest well, my dude. Many thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you on the next one. Now, if you guys can stay away from the big jets, because, well, it'll just tank all the frames. Oh yeah, the taxiway is bumpy. Very bumpy. Just look, yeah. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Oh god, look, yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's like speed ramps. Don't mind us. We're all okay. That's okay, T-Mac. Yeah, so there's mesh issues, but it's fine. It's like, you know that feeling when you go over a hill too fast? Uh-oh. Dougal McTavish says, got a bail, Murph. Huge thanks for the fun. Anytime, Dougal. Great to see you here. Happy Friday to you, and we'll hopefully catch you on the next one soon, my dude. Right, because the leg, or the next leg, is quite a long leg, Murph needs to go and refill his jar. So bear with me. We won't go too far, don't worry. We'll play some music in the background, and I'll be back to you in a few moments. We could jump to this screen. Hang on. Just to show off the fancy graphic, look. Wait for it now. That'll never get old. It'll never get old. It's really nice. But yes, I'm going to leave you in this position just for a little moment. We'll play some music, and then we'll jump back into it. So, about 2 minutes. And we're back to you. Erlansky has headed away. We'll see you soon, my dude. Okay. Let's go at it again, shall we? So, let's get vertical, shall we? It's a total gridlock. Murphy's holding up the whole place. It leaves a lot of power. Tommy Week says, I'm flying an Airbus A320 from LA to New York, 3/4 of the way through. Nice. Jared Reed is in the house. Good to see you, man. Happy Friday. We're in Chile. And we're going to ramble up to Bolivia next. So we're going to go 1 notch of flaps here. As I said, altitude initially set for 20,000. This is going to be a long climb. So guys, if you want to join in, just make sure no custom liveries, no custom aircraft, and no airliners, please. Oh, power coming in. Airspeed is alive. Have a 10 or 11 knot crosswind, so we have to lean our ailerons to the left a little bit. Keep it on the center line. We're getting light now. Gently back on the stick. There's a positive rate of climb indicated. Bring our landing gear in. tap on the toe brakes. Is it chill in Chile? It's just chill in Chile, my dude. We'll bring our flaps back in here as well. The wind is playing havoc. We should be good. We want to climb at about 1,000 feet. So let's see here. We'll go autopilot, heading mode, V speed, and up to 1,000. Which made it real bouncy, but we're okay. So something like that should be fine. And we'll circle around the airport just for you guys to get up and at them. And as I said, we're going to be going this direction over these mountains, and it's going to get crazy. Husky1 says, this ain't Kansas. We're not in Kansas now. Or Canis. Canis or Kansas? Interesting. We have a little wind farm down here. I suspect it must get windy here on the plains. On the plains. Jordy Flyer is in the house. Many thanks for the follow, my dude. Klaus Schmidt is here. Says greetings from Bavaria in Germany. Guten Nacht, my friend. Happy Friday to you. You're very welcome along. So it's all about optimum engine settings. So with the Baron, it's only a matter really of adjusting your RPM or your prop. And we'll do so to ensure maximum speed. So about 140 on this 1,000 feet per minute climb. We won't be able to maintain this climb. Do we have a flight level change button? We do. So if we were to set our speed, we can set that for 139. We can pitch to hold it at about 130. Therefore the aircraft will pitch up and hold a climb until or so long as we can maintain 130 knots. By doing so, there's no fear of stalling, because if the aircraft can't maintain 130 knots during a climb, it'll just fly level, which is the way we want to do it. Kane Leffert has rambled in. Good evening, happy Friday, my dude. We're going to spin it over left hand side. We're going to turn all the way over to 360 degrees, and we'll bug that into nav mode, or to heading mode. That is the way we do that. And we can see all the fireflies. Kane says only 185 days to the Eurovision. The excitement is real, Kane. So if you guys are new here, you might consider hitting the thumbs up button. Feel free to subscribe and follow. I live stream every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 8 PM right here on YouTube and on Twitch. Also dropped a link to our Discord. Be sure to check it out. We have a great bunch of peoples on our Discord channel. Very helpful. Lots of information, news. We have links to free aircraft and free add-ons and repaints and all that kind of good stuff. We have the Bremen Bar to chill out and relax in. And we even have our own little flight school. Causeway 4 says, Murph, have some shame, man. The shameless plug. You might also see a little link there for Teespring. We have Two-Tone Murphy merchandise, including a limited edition The Logs mug. Also t-shirts and hoodies and some nice stuff. If you guys feel that way inclined, get yourselves fashionably coordinated this holiday season. Now, when it comes to fashion and Murphy, we don't agree with each other. I'm that guy who would wear shorts and flip-flops and just a jacket, or a checked shirt and tracksuit bottoms. I'm that guy. Car85 is in the house. Great to see you, my dude. Gulf Island Aviator has rambled in. Happy Friday the 13th, indeed. Are you landing at the lowest places on Earth, says Nature's Child. It'll actually be some of the highest. Colonel Four says, I've worn socks with sandals. So, I have worn socks with jangles, which are like sandals, only worse. Tortuga Gaming says, remember to set standard pressure at 29902 once you're above 18,000. Well spotted, my dude. So guys, left-hand turn over to 270 degrees. I wear flip-flops with socks. We're called trend setters, Welsh Rugby. So it's all looking very nice. So in the news this week, we are aware that DC Designs are bringing their F-15 over to Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's going to be released on the Just Flight platform. I'm hoping it's going to be released this month. It'll be towards the end of November. Jared Reed says, I just wear flip-flops. I just wear flip. I wear tennis shoes with no socks, indeed. Socks and sandals should be mandatory when we go to Oshkosh. It's like the entry requirements into the officer's mess. A mustache is mandatory. So you can see that we're holding 130 knots and the velocity of our vertical speed has dropped back down to 650. So the flight level change, or FLC button, when it works, it's super handy. You dial in a speed that you want to maintain, you click FLC, it'll go to that altitude, be it above you or beneath you, and it'll pitch the aircraft to maintain speed. Socks and sandals should be... That could be a thing. That could be a thing. Right, so we're going to do another left-hand turn, guys. We're going to head down to 180 degrees. Like that. Speed is still good. Temperatures and pressures are okay. Fuel hasn't budged, which is kind of weird. It's looking nice. Looking very nice. Jimode says, I hope mustaches are not mandatory for the ladies. Alison says, I don't qualify for officer's mess in that rate. No, that's okay. That's just... Okay. You either need a mustache or a scarf that floats or blows in the wind and a glass of brandy. Warhamster says, does extra long nasal hair count? Yes. Brandon says, the autopilot controls on the Stream Deck are awesome. Yeah, really handy. Keith says, I wear underpants over my normal pants. They're called outside underpants. Yes, they're a thing. Jim says, nice back pedal, Murph. Yep. That's called Murphy puts his foot in it and tries to do something. Billy Rose says, brandy for me. Indeed. Alison says, I can manage that one, Murph. Hello, formation flying people. Abba is in the house. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Okay, another left-hand turn. We're going to bring it over to 090. Causeway 4 says, is the beverage starting to have the desired effect? Rate of climb sure is down. It absolutely is. We're pushing this barren to its limit. It has a service ceiling of just over 20,000 feet. Now, as you can see, we're safe enough at this altitude for miles. But it will change, and quick. So at this rate, with the airport behind us and beneath us, we're going to go into nav mode. And we're going to continue on. So we're just under the hour mark away from our destination. It's really struggling. Sticky Ray says, if Superman can wear it, I can wear it. Inafra says, I can't have brandy. It's okay. I'll just bring my orange juice and toenails. Alison is approaching 19,500 in the Baron. Nice. Jared Reed is loving the music. Well, I'm glad to know that. Yeah, what else do we have in terms of music? Oh, some other stuff over in this corner of the room. And we have a look. Need to press this button with this button, and then... is it in here? Behave yourself, plane. 650 feet per minute at 120 knots. Well, we're holding 130 at 400 feet, kind of ish. That'll start dropping off, so we can start bringing our speed down a smidgen. So we'll go to 125, and we should be able to maintain that a little bit better. So we're going okay. We're still climbing. Give Ireland says it's a long way to Tipperary from here, Murph. I'm telling you it is. As the notifications rumble in, in a nutshell is here. Good evening, Waltons, with the emoji, which looks like butter with a pair of glasses. Fantastic. Look at the state of the scenery here. $18,000 feet, 350 feet per minute. Now, while we're here, we don't need landing lights. Fuel boosters we don't need to worry about. 54 degrees outside Fahrenheit. Fuel is doing what it should be doing. That A320 is making it look easy, I know, right? Look at this. Something tells me the views are going to get nicer. We've got a 6-knot headwind. We're going to bring it down to 120 knots. We dare go slower than that. That'll help us until we get to our cruising altitude. This is pretty much the highest we've actually gone in the sim in a GA airplane. And I think the scenery kind of lends itself to this. The username I Love Two-Tone Murphy has rambled in. Causeway 4 says, uh-oh, Murph, not to alarm you or anything, but I think fame has struck your first #1 fan. Saif Mohammed is in the house. Good evening. 120 knots cries in the King Air, says Austin. Nacho Medina is here. A skyhook for a late arriving passenger. Welcome. Spaceman 11, sadly I couldn't join tonight. Have a nice flight. Many thanks, Spaceman. We're so close. As in, like, so close to our 20,000 feet. Russell Scott says, Murph, sorry I couldn't join the flight today. I lost my oxygen mask Friday the 13th, 2020. Was a dozy at work? Or doozy? Have a great weekend. Well, many thanks, Russell Scott, with the donation through the super chat. Really appreciate that, my dude. Thank you very, very much for your kindness. Colonel Fork says, things are looking good on live time. I imagine it's night time. Shane Landon says, I don't think we're going to make it over the mountain range at 20,000. I think we should. I think I can. The mountains are heading right for us. Such amazing looking scenery though. It's getting interesting. So, the airport we're heading to, Joya Andina, or is it? I think it's Uyuni. It's an extremely high in elevation in Bolivia. It's close to the Salar de Uyuni, the world's largest salt flat. It was formed as a result of the transformation of several prehistoric lakes. It's covered by a few meters of salt crust. The flat's elevation over the entire area varies within just 1 meter, which is nuts. It's also the world's largest source of lithium. We'll make it over by about 3 feet. Flight crew is heating up the in-flight dinner. Nice. Oz Flight Simmer is in the house. Good evening to you, Shane. I hope you're keeping well, my dude. The emojis are going bananas. So you join us here, Shane. We're over in Chile, about to cross into Bolivia. And we're pretty much taking the Baron to the limit. Uh-oh. So we're just about to hit 20,000 feet. Brandon made it up to 20,000 feet. This is super high. But look at the state of the scenery we have. Absolutely fantastic. And look what we're flying into. This is going to get very interesting very fast. Chile, it must be cold. Indeed. It's chilly here in Chile, whilst eating some chili. Lewis Blair says approx 2,000 feet above the highest peak at flight level 200. Causeway 04 has become a member. Thank you so very, very much, my dude. I really appreciate the support. Cheers. We have a plan. I don't know what it is yet. But we're now level at 20,000 and we're trying to lean forward to get our speed to increase a little bit. Well, let's see what happens, shall we? Cherub says, I'm managing to maintain 138 knots indicated, approaching 19,000 in the Baron. Yeah, 123. 123. I'm giving it all she's got, Captain. I need more power. So we'll tweak our RPM here just to get the desired result. I think that's all she's got. Nacho Medina says, hey Two-Tone, have you done Nazca already? Yeah, I think we went over some of it. We kind of have mad winds up here as well, so 120-ish knots. No, 128, yeah, 120-ish knots. Now, I imagine if you're in a TBM, well, you're going to be the smug person going, at the poor people beneath trying to do their thing. Look at that. Here's a feature I didn't realise. Look at the little small window. Is it actually moving? You know, you have jaw-dropping scenery outside and Murphy's looking at, oh look, the window moves. Let's look at the scenery. Ian Smith says, have to go now, thanks again. Good night all. You take care, Ian. Many thanks for joining us. Colonel Fork says, the caravan isn't doing too bad at 19,500. Sweet, dude. Jared Reed says, tomorrow I start my new PC and download the game. Been watching Oz Flight Simmer a lot. Good evening from England, and Two-Tone makes me love the game so much. Well, many thanks, dude. My Darren says, just got an email from Beechcraft saying, my guarantee is void now. The scenery definitely looks volcanic or post-volcanic, says Causeway. Absolutely. Jefferson says, I did the Nvidia driver update earlier and forgot that it changes the settings back to low in the sim. Just change it back. Much better at Ultra. Sweet. Catbat is in a Cessna 182. Dude. Are we enjoying the scenery? Look at this. Absolutely stunning. Let's sit up here for a while. Big Shot Muffy says I'm at 9% mixture. We'll bring up our VFR map just to get an idea where we are. We ain't doing too bad. Brandon says, dumped the fuel to 45% and picked up almost 2 knots. Sweet. The scenery is beautiful. Absolutely. Wayland says that's the advantage of the DA62. No need to play with the engine settings. Absolutely. Look at that. Osprey Simmer says, wifey made breakfast, I will be back. Get to the chopper! Enjoy breakfast. What's for breakfast? What's a nice Australian breakfast? And is it like going to be like Vegemite or something? Because that's not bad. If it's on toast, it's not bad. Okay, so don't mind the, you know, the straight line of texturing. That's just where they mapped two sceneries together. But it's fine. Hello, you lot. The Fireflies. That is some scenery. Absolutely. It's off the hook scenery. So we got about 36-ish minutes away from our destination. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. It's eggs on toast. Shane, you got to keep her there. Eggs on toast for breakfast. What a start to the day. John Morecambe says, I have set snow to 38 centimetres. It's looking wow. Ooh, interesting. These are all places we got to go back at another stage, you know, and try them with different weather settings. It's crazy, I know. Snow on the ground. Or something like that. I've been struggling with my impressions as of late. You can do the accents game. The accents game. I believe an oxygen bar would be a really good business out there. Oh yeah. Kippo says, okay, who's regretting their choice of a 172? Whoops. Alison says 19 or minus 19 degrees. My out yeah, there's something not right here, Murph. Weather. Live. Oh. Let's not mess with buttons, Murph. Ooh, look at that. Kingsman 9965 is in the house. Good to see you, dude. I'm saying outside air temperature minus 25 indicated. Yeah, I'm getting like plus 19. Now I wonder, is that because I have all these turned on? Let's see what happens, shall we? Samsung Video has become a member. Many thanks, my dude. Happy Friday to you. You're very welcome along. Look at the scenery here. Nacho Medina says 18 degrees here in Malaga. Nice. Monkey says, what a great stream tonight has turned out to be. Absolutely. It's fantastic. Gary says, that 320 is doing good at a low speed. He is. Sticky Ray says, Australian breakfast consists of scrambled eggs, bacon, lots of bacon, hash brown, fried mushrooms with butter, and sourdough toast. Mmm. Send some this way. Stat. Middleton says, autopilot on my Baron stopped working at our last stop. Oh dear. Old school flying. Yeah. Challenge accepted. Right, I'm going to do something I usually don't do because I have a fierce habit of breaking things. We're going to change the time of day to about here. And let's give it a second and hope it doesn't break this. Before we go outside, make sure it doesn't break it. Annalisa tightens the laces. Every now and again it will give you a headache of freezing the sim while I kind of thought about it. But it seems to be behaving itself. Don't do it! Oh, that's better looking. Oh, yeah. How is that? Have we just gone from 0 to hero? Hello, fireflies. Well, guys, don't forget, if you're new here, I live stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 PM, right here on Twitch and on YouTube, Irish time. Be sure to hit that follow and subscribe button. And do be sure to rumble over to our Discord. Our Discord is hopping tonight. We have a load of people in the multiplayer voice channel. The way the shadows now, like the terrain just changes epically. Alison says, I'm keeping them entertained, Murph. I stopped them flying into the mountains. Well, hats off to you, Alison. Many thanks for all your support. For those of you in the chat, Alison has recently joined our team of moderators. A big shout out and thank you for all the hard work those guys do. And we'd very much like to welcome Alison aboard. Thank you so much for all your help and support. Look at the state of that view. What time are we on now, says Phil. It's like 1800 hours-ish. 1824. We're feeling the love. Really is a fantastic platform, this. The sim, yes. The community, yes. I keep saying it. You're all going to say, Murph, would you ever go on? But I have to say, the community that we find ourselves in, I have to say, is absolutely fantastic. We have such a nice bunch of people. Every time I hit the little go live button, I'm astonished and amazed at the sheer number of people who join in on the live streams. Like, for the size of the channel in terms of, you know, YouTube subscribers and the like, we're punching way above our weight, and it's a great thing to see. But to everyone who joins in, thank you all so very, very much. It's fantastic. Ahmed737 has just subscribed. Many thanks, my dude. Happy Friday to you. Alison says, I'm hoping to inspire more lady pilots to join us. 100%. The more the merrier. Really? The more the merrier? The more the welcome? The more the better? Nah, I think we'll go with the more the merrier. Charlie Egan has rambled in. Good evening. SP56000. Is this the Baron 58? Indeed it is. It's super fun to fly. King Leffert says, Murph, do you fly any commercial planes or is it all like GA stuff? SP56000 has just subscribed. Many thanks, my dude. No, it depends, Kane. Like, I think Microsoft Flight Sim as a platform, it's designed for the GA stuff at the moment. Nacho Medina says, this is my stop, guys. I'll take a parachute and I'm jumping off right here. Thanks for the ride. We'll see you soon, Nacho. Many thanks for joining us, my dude. Johnny says, the more the moher. I like that. I see what you did there. Osprey Zimmer says, the eggs were great. Thanks for asking. Were they fried eggs or poached eggs? Or scrambled eggs? So while we're here, guys, let's see if we can get another count on our pilots who are flying along with the chat. So for everyone flying along with us, be sure now to hit the number 2 as we'll try and get a count. 1, 2, not that count, the other count. And I'd say if there's anyone out in the main menu, if there's like a screenshot going of like the green blob of airplanes that join in with us. Okay, let's try and count this, shall we? 1, 11, 17, 29, 11, 47. $54 at the minute. It was fried eggs on toast with a little dash of ham. Ooh. The breakfast of champions. So let's have a quick gawk here. We are 20 minutes away. We can probably start our descent. We'll go down to 15,000 sheepishly. We're going to vertical speed it, and we're going to descend at 200 feet a minute. For the moment, we can go a little bit more than that. We've got 500 feet per minute. Did the A320 get bored of the approach speed? He's grand. He's doing his own thing. Look at the views. The straight line flight group. 56 people at the moment. Sweet. Uh-oh. There's always two. Inverted TBM man. Sean Dunn said, didn't even say hi, I literally only joined and started counting. Happy Friday, Murph. Hello, Sean Dunn. Happy Friday to you too, my dude. You're very, very welcome along. Ryan Fox says, where are you? We're just entering Bolivia. Look at the landscape here. Absolutely. It's like the way all the shadows even over the ripples are different. I won't say sand, but like, you know what I mean. Cool looking. John Leo says, great stream, Murph. Well, many thanks, my dude. I hope you guys are enjoying it. As always, thank you all so very, very much for joining us here tonight. Could you imagine if you weren't here? I'd be on my own. I'd be talking to myself. So, Murph, how was your day? Yeah, it was good, Murph. Yeah. You know. How about your day? Yeah, it was good. I had to pull a nasal hair out of my nose today. I cried and whinged a little bit in the car. Yeah, oh yeah. It was pretty rough. And then I'd probably start talking about food or something. Dinner was nice. Yeah, it was good. Yeah. Allsfight Simmer says, nice one with the music, Murph. I'm enjoying the tunes. Sweet. Charlie Egan says, Murph, what's the deal with the logs in this community? Okay, it's a long story. I almost said it's a log story. Uh-oh. There's a plane completely out of control. We'll miss him. But the story with the logs, I would still be your wingman. You guys are dangerous. Ozflight Simmer, you're dangerous. And then we just wait for Dangerous Brian to come in and just go, ahem. But yeah, the logs, right? So we did a flight up in British Columbia. And this started off one day with myself, Colonel Fork, and Philip Breen. And we went up to do a recce to say, we're going to go flying here on one of the live streams. We tend to do things like that over on Discord, so be sure to catch us out on there. And this little airport, it's a custom airport, the name of which escapes me. I'm sure someone will put it in. And when you land, it's basically you're landing in like a forest, but they've cut out a bit of a runway. And it's very narrow. And you fly in over a lake. And at the end of the runway, there's logs. As in, like, you know, tree trunks cut and left there, and they look like logs. And on our approach, as we landed, we didn't know how long the runway was. So, you know, you full reverse thrust, hit the brakes, and I literally stopped my plane, like the very front of the plane, right at the spinner, at the propeller. Centimeters from the logs. And we did, like, this is back when, like, you didn't turn off crashes or any of that stuff. Like, if you overstressed it, it'd break. And it was funny. I was just like, oh dear, the logs. And then we kept saying the logs, and we were laughing. And then we took a photograph of the 3 airplanes at the logs. Macmel Fisheries, no, it's the other one. I think it's the other one. Joseph Gambino is away. Good night, Murph, have to go. We'll see you soon, my dude. Ozflight says, Murph, yes, I am dangerous. Your ego's writing checks, your body can't cash. But we just started laughing over these stupid logs. And then, of course, the next day we did the live stream there, and everyone was landing, and it was all like, the logs. And that's where the logs came from. Quantum, that's the one. Well done, Shane, that's the one. John E says, you should do a two-tone Murphy shirt with the ICAO code flight plans for each stream this year on the back, like a concert tour date. There's been so many. But John E, the current two-tone Murphy t-shirt, it has some sayings on the back, like, hello, hello, and he's a great dog, really great dog, and get to the chopper, amongst other things. And I suppose they're kind of like tour dates. Walton says, two-tone-Murphy.log. Super Mario Gaming is here. I'm installing Microsoft Flight Sim. I'm excited to finally get in. Nice one, dude. Right. So, we are but 12 minutes from our destination. Our descent is looking fairly decent. The altitude of the airport is 12,000 feet. So we'll adjust for 14,000, increase the rate of descent, but we'll bring some speed back. As nice and beautiful as the lighting is, no, we're okay. All the fireflies are there. What an epic shot. Hang on. Who said screenshot? Click. Travis Harmon says, is this the last stop? Indeed it is. This is the last one. Jim Oates says, we need a Mrs. Two-Tone shirt for the ladies. I agree. Mrs. Two-Tone, start designing. You are better at this than I. King Laffer says, where can I get my hands on this two-tone merchandise? The shameless plugs. There's a link on in there, Keen, if you're interested. And Elisa says, with the boss written on the back. That could work. Because Ozflight is here and he's dangerous, a tip of the hat I feel the need. The need for speed. Cue the leather jacket and the aviator glasses. Danger close. Really? Really? Right, we're going to bring the daytime back a little bit so we can see the people's landing. I'll get designing, and Murphy, you'll have to wear one on your stream. What, a pink one? Oh. Who signed up for this? Super Mario Gaming says, just found your channel right now and just subbed. Well, many thanks, my dude. Jim Holtz, do I get a commission? Colonel Fork says, I made sure to have at least one or some of my merch in pink for the ladies that like pink. Colonel Fork, be sure to insert your merchandise. Oh, Ozfight, I received a package today in the post with one of your t-shirts. And Colonel Fork, I received notification that your merch has shipped. I'm going to be all swagged out. Ah, that's okay, Colonel Fork. I do like your merch, my dude. Now, another thing we're going to be doing soon enough is going to be, we'll have like a community design for some merchandise. Not much, but a little bit. Limited numbers, of course. And they're going to be in a giveaway. But I'll let you know when we're doing that. I'm just waiting on a template to arrive. Osprey Simmer says, waiting on my two-tone shirt to arrive. Before it gets here, I'll need to talk. I'll need to have a talk to the Osprey Simmer shirts. Make sure that they don't get upset about all being in the same wardrobe. I know, right? The challenge will be soon, absolutely. This is going to be so much fun. Waiting to tell you this. So we're doing a Vietnam special at the minute, Shane, right? And it's following loosely the Top Gear show that was done a few years ago. And one of the guys in our community has actually designed the bar that the guys had to use their motorbikes converted into like boats to get to. So we have our own custom scenery, especially for the grand finale of our Vietnam special. Like, it's nuts. And that said person, it's unless he wants to shout out, or if he wants to shout out, let me know. If you don't, let me know. But he's here in the community, and he's actually flying with us tonight. Kane Effer says, when I joined earlier, I heard something about graphic. Is this a new shameless plug? No, I'll show you briefly. Don't freak out, all. Keen wants to see the graphic. Wait for it. Ooh. Or something like that. It's nice, isn't it? Keen Arthur is in the house. Hello, fellow Irishman. Good evening. Jepson 2001, of course, is the engineering genius who designed the scenery. There is a link to it on Discord. Be sure to download it, get practicing, because when we land at Halong Bay, you got to taxi in the water to the final destination, which is the bar. And you're not allowed to take off. That's the challenge. It's taxi only in a boat plane. It's going to be epic. Hello, Herbert Spitzer is in the house. Good evening. Happy to see you. Greetings from Austria. Nice. Master Gamers here. Sorry I'm late. Where are you now? We're just on our approach to Joya Andina Airport. We are moments away. And the scenery, I have to say, there's that massive salt flat area. It's the world's biggest deposit of lithium, which is super interesting. Essentially, how it formed, it's through many lakes, prehistoric lakes, that have transferred over the centuries and, you know, millennia and millions of years, basically. It's covered by a few meters of salt crust. And what's really frightening is the overall elevation of the entire area, which is like something like 10,000 square kilometers. The difference in altitude from one point to the next is less than 1 meter. The whole area is super level and super smooth. So we'll have a quick look at our VFR map because danger is close. So our runways, we have 13 or 31. So the wind is coming in at 290. So we're going to go for runway 31. So to do this, of course, we need to get ourselves set up as we do a visual approach. So we're going to head over to 120 degrees. Something like that. We're going to go heading mode. We're at 14,000 feet. All looks well at the moment. Now, our plan tonight as well, chat, because we tried to do it the other day. I know that Lukester911 is streaming, so for our Twitch folk, if you wouldn't mind terribly, we're going to do a raid after we're finished and show a bit of support for a new streamer who's just starting off. That is the plan. Runway 31 is going to be the plan. So be sure to check out Discord. As I said, Jepson 2001 has put that scenery there. He's also done other amazing scenery. So there is a Jepson 2001 scenery channel thing over there. Be sure to post your wonderful creations there, my dude. Look at the scenery here. Look, it's absolutely amazing. All the different tracks and stuff. It's off the hook. We're going to follow on, and then a left, and then a left. That is the plan. So remember your spacing. The same rules apply. Murph is going to try and land first. Then we'll turn the camera around to you guys and watch you all coming in. But remember to keep your spacing. Don't all land in on top of one another. And as soon as you get landed and taxied off the runway, be sure to hit the escape key. That'll unload the model of your aircraft in the sim, and it'll allow the sim to load other models. I think 22 other aircraft is all it can handle at the moment, so there's that. So speed is behaving. We're level here at 14,000 feet. So far, so good. We'll ramble on a little bit further and then we'll be doing a left-hand turn. Look at the ground textures here. Absolutely beautiful. But the Fireflies are all behind us going bananas. So remember guys, keep your spacing, spread it out as best you can. That way we'll have plenty of chances to watch everyone's landing. Which I have to say, the landings are getting absolutely fantastic. Jim Sims has rambled over to the dark side to see Annalisa and Mrs. Two-Tone on Twitch. Nature's Child is here. We are in Bolivia. So the field is over there. So we're going to do a left turn 90 degrees. Present is grand. Over to 010. Zero 20 actually is better. So we'll watch our speed. 125 knots is fine. Haljor says, haven't flown the Grand Canyon much. Throwing the excuses in early. So a quick check on what we're doing. We can probably adjust our heading now to... What are we on? 020. We'll go 040. Just to make it a little bit easier. And we'll fly this heading for a moment. Jackie Dorr is in the house. Good to see you. Look at that. The screenshot folder is going to be full after tonight. I think we have the field in sight. There's the salt flats out there. It looks like a sea or something. It's fantastic looking. This should be interesting. I think that's the field over there, this line here. Can you say it with a hard E at the end? Is it Jackie Dory? Now it's Murphy's turn to get everyone lost in Bolivia. We're all counting on you. We should get this. Can a Cessna 150 fly over there at the elevation? Says Obi Pause. I'm not quite sure, my dude. 12,000 feet, maybe? It's worth a shot. Be dangerous. See what happens. So, autopilot coming off. We'll turn our face camera on for the dramatic effect that's going to be this landing. Or attempt, at least. We can see the field over there, over the wing. There's something on the wing.
Hey, good morning.
Murph, make it a good landing. I just had breakfast. Iced is now following. Many thanks, my dude. Iced. Interesting. Right, we are looking for the butterly smooth landing for Ozflight Simmer, because he's otherwise it's just, it'll be breakfast hurled all over the place. You can do it. Hi, Ventura's in the house. Hey, Murph. where are we today? We're just about to land in Bolivia. And I have to say, it's looking sweet. So, landing gear coming down. Becky Dory says, I hope the Xbox version is soon. I know, right? It will be. I imagine it will be. I think they gotta wait on DirectX to be kind of fully cooked. But once I have that sorted, it should be grand. Well, this place looks kind of interesting. We got to come back here in the Ermachi 339s and fly over the salt flats. That'll be interesting. So, notch of flaps coming in. We have a 3 knot, kind of a headwind, so there shouldn't be much wind to fight with. Like a desert, so beautiful view. It is. It looks like the sea. It's fantastic. As soon as he says there won't be much wind, there's wind. Aaron O'Keefe is in the house. Evening, Murph. What's the evening's flight plan? So we're at the tail end of it now, I'm afraid, Aaron. We took off from Chile. We were down at Aracena. And we worked our way south, and then we turned back up to the northwest, up to Bolivia. George C9 is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Speed is looking good. 110 knots on approach. Many thanks for the follow, George. Happy Friday to you. I hope you're keeping well, my dude. Uh-oh. There's always 4. So, we're just above 12,000 feet. This place is high up. Runway 31. Right, don't float it too much now, Murph. Keep that nose up. Bleed the speed. Oh, he bounced it. That's a rookie mistake. Alrighty. Here's 60 knots. Bring our flaps back in. Keep it as best we can on the center line. Okay, so my plan here is straight off the runway. We'll get things turned around to keep an eye on things. Now, give us a second, guys, and we'll get your landings coming in. So we need to hit the parking brake. Back out here. General. Traffic. Nameplates. Turn them on. Apply and save. Go back. Resume. Go into here. Turn this off. Turn that on. Hit that. It's all happening now. But remember your spacing. As Scott Flies makes his arrival. Technic Al is just about to land. Zevlib is down. Nicely done, Technic Al. So what I'll do, we'll turn the camera around this way. So we can really appreciate all the hard work you're going to be doing. What do we reckon? This should be a good view. So remember, as soon as you guys get landed, hit the escape, flight pack. Nicely done, my dude. There is butter there. Brandon Lowe is inbound. Right boy, 2020's down. Gibbo Ireland makes it to the field. Fly Darren is down. Uh-oh, I think Pat 61's in trouble. Jan Morecamp moving pigeons. Papa Joe B all inbound. Nicely done, fellas. Tarnish inbound. Two Guns Tommy on the way. Tortuga and Rolly Mal. There's Bigger 60. Ooh, look at that for a flare. You can do it. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Straight off the runway. As he intended. Wayland is down. AJ88 Prefontaine makes a scene. There's Cater Comet. Ooh. We felt that one. Mountain Biking Rules is down. Or Barchett is here. WB1990 makes it to the field. Coley 205. Chilled Corky is down. Tyler Park. Uh-oh. Major Kongs. But he's okay. Catbat 9 has made it down. Don't forget to hit escape, guys, as soon as you get landed. Here's Johnny. Andrew Hill is there. Elite is down. The Flyboy has... Nicely done, my dudes. There's Benny P. Dangerous Brian is inbound. Nicely done, Brian. Keep that center line. There's Valstom. Cam Control is in Cam Control. Johnny says a jet landed on my head. Doug Flyer and Jardvark. Nicely done, fellas. Yeah, remember your spacing. 10 of them landed together. Rad Pilot Randy has arrived, as was his wont. Sean Lego Man. Oh, that's a nice approach. There's Butter coming here. Jepson 2001 on the center line. Nice. Hal Jor following suit. Gregor. Nicely done, my dude. Some very fancy smanchy landings tonight. Here's Red Dragon. Fucking Load is here. Good to see you. Big Shot Muffy. Trinial and Valpo. Ooh, that was sporty. Ali Katz. The approach is good. Ooh, I can't believe it's not butter. Butter. Very nice. CDN Taz and Cherub have made it. Taz is fighting the wind, but he gets it down. Glum Tapestry. Very nice indeed. Rattling Jeans. Nicely done, my dude. It's like margarine. Merlin Flyer. Oh, oh. We felt it, but he made it. Fast Pete, Sticky Rice. Nicely done, fellas. There's Nitrous and Screen Fly. Cat 067. Taking the scenic approach. Fan Scorcher 75. Nicely done. Good night to Wayland. Many thanks for joining us here this evening, my dude. Looking forward to seeing you on the next one. Bad Dog and Hawkster, along with HBBN, make their arrival. Papa Joe B is away. We'll see you on the next one, dude. Fly Darren says, I'm off to find out where Dazza lives. I might nick his rig. He certainly does have the rig. Fly Simon HK. Nicely done, dude. Kerry Gold. Still think we got a few left on approach. Don't forget, guys, for those of you watching on Twitch, we're going to jump over to Lukester911. Give him a raid to say hey. Bill Boardman is away. Many thanks for joining us tonight. Tommy Two Guns says good night, as does Kieran Nile. Many thanks for all your support and thanks for joining us here tonight, my dudes. CDN Taz is his way. Dinner time, he says. Fast Pete, cheers Murph, catch you on the next one. Good night all. Samson Video is away. As always, guys, thank you all so very, very much for joining us. Is there anyone left? We'll see you soon, Brendan Lowe. Many thanks for joining us, as always. Asher, here's Boomer Sim Pilot. And Cam Control is in Cam Control. Boomer Sim. You can do it. We have faith in you. Cam Control. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Is there Cam Control? Uh-oh, Boomer Sim. Uh-oh. Cam Control, look out. Oh dear. Are we all down? I think we are. El Chor. Cater Comet, GTA 555. Nicely done, my dudes. There's just something nice about a Baron. Nice, dude. Well, as always, you lot. Thank you all so very, very much for joining me tonight. Another night of crazy aerobatics from 2 or 3 of the there's always 1 or 2 or 3. So to recap our flight here from Chile all the way up to Bolivia, fantastic scenery up here. Another jewel found. Many thanks Gemini for the follow. So yeah, TPR Killeen is going to make an approach, but we couldn't miss this one, could we? No pressure, we're all watching you. Everyone in the house. What's going to happen? Lining up the approach. It looks nice. Very nicely done. There is butter all over the runway. So we'll leave the cameras here just in case someone else wants to ramble in. But yeah. Osplay7 says, Murph, thanks. You're dangerous. You guys are dangerous. As he takes off one pair of glasses and then the other. But anyway, thank you all so very, very much for joining me tonight, guys. A big shout out to all the new members and new peoples with donations and follows and hitting the thumbs up button. Big shout out to all our mods. Thank you all so very, very much. We'll probably see you over the weekend because the missus says there's rugby tomorrow. So great success. So be sure to check us out over on Discord. No doubt we'll be there for a little while this evening. And yeah, until the next time, take care, guys. Thanks very much for your company, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. We'll sneak back in because we just had Scotland 737 land and we didn't see him. And it was a really nice landing. So hats off to you. Right, I'm gone this time. Good night and good luck.